present you.
Excuse me. Is it too late to see one of the supervisors?
Afraid they've all gone for the day.
Oh, it's too bad. I was really hoping they could help me.
Oh, is it something urgent?
Well, you see, it's about my father. He retired last year. He's on a limited pension, and they doubled the assessment on his house. Now, I've tried to get a reassessment, and they said it's absolutely out of the question.
That is terrible. I just hate that kind of petty bureaucratic arrogance. Who did you talk to up there?
Mr. Hollander.
Mr. Hollander, please. Fortunately, I know him. Sit down.
Thank you.
Mr. Hollander, this is Phyllis Lindstrom from Supervisor Valenti's office. I have a Mr.
Buddy Desmond.
Buddy Desmond here, and he would like an appointment for a tax reassessment. And I was just wondering if, as a favor to me, you couldn't fit him in. Oh, darn. Gee, that's too bad. Well, if you can't, you can't. Well, goodbye, Mr. Oh, well, say, while I have you on the line, I just thought I'd mention, we got back those photographs of the Christmas party. Remember what a good time you had? You don't? Well, I'm sure the pictures will remind you what a good time you had. Perhaps I should just put them in the mail to your home. Oh, you can find a spot in your schedule for Mr. Desmond. What a sweetheart you are. Friday morning, 11:30, room 416. Thank you, Mr. Hollander. See? Democracy in action.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. And I'd like to show you my appreciation.
Well, then, next election, remember Supervisor Dan Valenti.
Well, I was thinking of something a little more personal, like maybe dinner.
Oh, I don't know. He might have dinner with you. Why don't you call? Oh, you mean with me?
I know it's kind of sudden, but I thought if you didn't have any plans for dinner.
Mr. Desmond, I appreciate your invitation, but perhaps I'm just a little bit old-fashioned. But I simply wouldn't feel right going out with a man I just met for the first time.
I understand. Well, good night.
Good night.
Hey, we meet again. How about dinner?
Love to. What have you got?
An 8, I got 9, got a 10, a jack, and a 4. What have you got, Mother Dexter?
3 bullets.
Well, I guess I lose. Now, what is it I'm supposed to do now?
I told you. The loser takes off 1 piece of clothing.
Mother Dexter, this is Buddy Desmond.
Nice to meet you.
How do you do?
Nice to meet you.
Oh, may I tell you something, young man?
Well, of course.
You have a great body.
Thank you, man.
You want to play some poker?
Well, no, thanks. I make it a rule never to play for shoes. If you'll excuse me, I have to be running along. Good night, ladies.
Buddy, I want to thank you for an unusual evening.
My pleasure. Say, I have tickets for the football game Monday night. Are you interested?
Oh, Buddy, that's very nice. Supervisor Valenti has a dinner on Monday for the Friends of Latvia, and he may want me to go along, so why don't I get back to you?
Sure. Well...
Good night.
Good night.
You seem very nice, Phyllis.
Oh, Audrey, I'm not sure. Oh, I mean, he's charming and attractive and clever. But somehow I don't feel we belong together. You know where we went tonight?
Where?
The fights. We sat with a group of his friends. Friends named Big Ed and Duke and Punchy.
Punchy who?
I don't know. He was with this woman who told me she made a living jumping out of cakes at stag parties.
Oh, that Punchy.
Seems Buddy Desmond is a professional gambler. That's why we went to the fights. Oh, it was terrible. He lost $500.
Really?
Yes, and he didn't even bat an eye. Oh, Audrey, I don't know if I should get involved with somebody like that.
You feel that gambling is wrong?
Oh, no. I mean, Jonathan plays poker once a week. Audrey, you go to bingo. Mother Dexter.
I do it all.
But the thing is, Buddy doesn't gamble the way we do. Gambling is like love. It's all very fine now and then, but one shouldn't do it for a living.
No, not until you've tried it.
So what if Mr. Desmond gambles for a living? Don't stockbrokers, don't businessmen. If you really like him, Phyllis, I don't think you should judge him so hastily. Get to know him a little better before you make up your mind about him.
That makes good sense, Audrey. Maybe I'll call him tomorrow and accept his invitation.
Excuse me, but are we all through now with Phyllis's problem?
Ah, yes, we are, dear.
Good. Then shut up and deal.
Jonathan, are you sure you don't want to play any more poker?
I'm sure.
Come on in. Have a brandy.
Oh, thank you. I could use one.
Oh,
Phyllis, I had a great time at the game tonight.
I did too. My late husband loved football.
Really?
Oh, yes. Lars was a rabid Viking fan. Every time they lost, he died a little.
They won tonight.
It's too late.
Well, anyway, I really had a great time tonight. I'm so glad that you could break your other engagement.
Buddy, I have a confession to make. I lied to you.
Huh?
There was no Friends of Latvia dinner tonight. In fact, I don't even know if Latvia has any friends. I made it up.
Why?
Well, frankly, I wasn't sure I wanted to go out with a professional gambler. You must admit it's a very unconventional occupation. You must have lost $1,000 on that game tonight.
Well, Phyllis, that's the way it is in my business. One day you lose $1,000. The next day you lose $2,000. Oh, don't worry about me. I'm doing all right.
Yes, but don't you ever wish you did something a little more challenging?
Phyllis, gambling is very challenging. I mean, in football, you have to research both teams. Statistics, injuries, team morale, weather, conditions of the field. Why, it's all very scientific.
Maybe you should apply for a Guggenheim.
Because I'm sorry if what I do makes you uncomfortable.
No, buddy. I've decided it doesn't matter. What you do, if I like you as a person, shouldn't make any difference at all.
Well, in that case...
We're home! Oh, Mr. Desmond.
Nice to see you again.
Phyllis?
Oh, Jonathan, this is Buddy Desmond. Buddy, this is Judge Dexter.
Hello, Judge.
How do you do, Mr. Desmond? Excuse us for barging in, but we live here. Mr. Desmond, your face looks vaguely familiar. Have we met before?
Yes, once. In your court.
Oh, really?
You sent me to jail for 6 months.
So, how have you been?
You were in jail for 6 months?
Yes.
Oh, that explains why you were kissing Phyllis.
Audrey, it's getting late. We'll say goodnight, Mr. Desmond.
Oh, good night, Judge.
Phyllis.
Mrs.
Good
Dexter.
night.
Audrey.
Good night, Mr. Desmond, or whatever your number was.
Phyllis, something wrong?
Ron? No. Why do you ask?
Well, you've suddenly become a little quiet.
Oh, don't mind that. It's the way I always react when I learn that someone with whom I have been involved has been up the river. It's nothing personal.
Now, Phyllis, if it really bothers you that I went to jail for a little bookmaking...
Why should it bother me? I'm just sorry you didn't trust me enough to tell me about it.
Well, I'm sorry, Phyllis. I would have told you if our relationship had become more serious.
Well, how much more serious did it have to be? I mean, I allowed you to kiss me. Don't you think I had a right to know that those lips being pressed to mine had once drunk water from a tin cup?
I'm sorry you feel that way about it. I guess I better just...
Wait. Buddy, I'm sorry. It's just that it caught me off guard. Is it okay to use the word guard?
Of course. Phyllis, I'm having a little gathering tomorrow night with some of my friends. Why don't you drop by?
Oh, buddy, I don't know. I might not fit in with your crowd. I mean, sitting around swapping stories about all the great times you had in the slammer.
Phyllis, my friends aren't like that. They're respectable people. Please come by. Look, if you feel uncomfortable, just tell me, and I'll tell them, and they'll beat you up. Come on, give it a try.
Okay.
Oh, great. Now, I've got to be running along.
Oh, buddy, I'm sorry. Thank you for being so patient. It's just I've had so little experience with convicted felons.
Phyllis, it's perfectly all right.
What's the matter with you?
Oh, Mother Dexter, something very unusual happened tonight. I allowed a man to kiss me on my second date.
Oh, I never let a man fool around with me on the second date.
You didn't?
If he didn't do it on the first, I ditched him.
Hey, Phyllis, welcome. Let me take your coat and purse.
I think I'll keep my purse.
Come on in and watch them.
Okay, now shoot a bet's $100.
I got 50 of that. Hey, Big Ed, you remember Phyllis?
Oh, yeah.
Hi, Big Ed. Hi, Punchy.
Okay, no more bets, $100's coming.
Are you following this?
Oh.
You see, the shooter bets $100 that he can win. He also gives pieces of the bet.
Oh, of course.
7-11. Come on. 8. Now, he has to make an 8 before he makes a 7 or he loses.
Right.
Okay.
7!
He loses.
You lose.
You shoot. Hey, Phyllis, you want to try it?
Oh, no.
Oh, go on.
Really?
Give it a try.
Okay. I mean, how much can you lose just playing once?
Shooter bets.
A dime.
I'll take a nickel of that.
Okay, no more bets. The dime has been covered. 50 cents. The shooter's right.
You're on.
All right, Phyllis, roll the dice.
Oh, boy. I can sense excruciating drama, even as a non-gambler. I mean, hundreds of dollars are going to change hands in a very few seconds.
Lady, will you roll the dice?
The only thing I can compare this to is when I was about to give birth. I mean, I was lying on the table in that hospital room, just not knowing what I was going to have, a boy boy or a girl?
Lady, will you roll the dice?
Incidentally, I rolled a girl. Her name's Beth. She's in college.
She edits the school newspaper.
Simon, the winner! Oh, yeah.
So good to be a winner.
Yeah. Hey, lady, you going to roll again, or did you give yourself a 10-cent limit?
Shooter bets a quarter.
I won 17 quarters. That's over $4.
Amazing. Who'd believe just by tossing a little pair of dice a person could make over $2 an hour? How was Buddy's luck last night?
Oh, Harriet, that's a rather personal question. Oh, you mean the gambling? He lost $3,000.
$3,000? Boy, that's a lot of quarters. So, you and Buddy are really hitting it off.
As a matter of fact, strangely enough, we are. Last night, at his party, he invited me on a weekend to Las Vegas.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
What'd you say?
Well, I believe my first words were... But after we talked about it, I calmed down a little, and believe it or not, Harriet, I said yes. It's funny, I never thought I'd even know a man like that. And here I am, falling for one.
Phyllis, that's great.
Hi. Hey, we were just talking about you.
Hi, Phyllis. Listen, there's something I have to tell you. Is there someplace we can talk for a minute? In private?
Oh, sure. Come on. So what is it, buddy?
Well, Phyllis, being with you these past few weeks has meant more to me than I can tell you. You're a vivacious, fascinating, incredible woman.
Oh, buddy.
Now, I'm going to say something to you that I never thought I'd say to anybody. You know what you are to me, Phyllis?
What, buddy?
A jinx.
Beg your pardon?
You are a jinx, Phyllis. A 100% unadulterated jinx. Well, ever since we've been going together, I've lost over $15,000 in bets. I've never had such an incredible run of luck in my life. I know it sounds crazy and it may be the hardest thing I've ever had to do, but Phyllis, I've got to stop seeing you. I'm really sorry. No. Don't say anything. Don't try to change me. That's the way I am. Try to forgive me.
Hey, come on now, Phyllis. Don't cry. Everything will be all right.
Honey, you don't even know what the problem is.
That's right, I don't. Do you want to tell me? Well, it usually helps to talk about it. All right, then. All right, then I'll tell you what. Why don't you give me 20 questions to guess what it is, okay? Does it have anything to do with that guy that I just saw leave the office? Huh? Is he a relation of yours? That's 2 questions. Was any sort of romantic involvement between you two? And now you're having a problem in the relationship. A big problem? Bigger than a bed box? You broke up with him. He broke up with you. Hey, not bad. I guess it was just 8 questions.
You have to find out why.
It's not going to be so easy. Come in.
Dan, Some of the other supervisors are getting up a petition protesting Leonard's low rating on the newspaper survey.
Yeah, Harriet, you might want to sign it.
Well, how many other supervisors have signed it?
Oh, including me? One.
We'll talk about it later. Phyllis is having a problem with her love life, and I got just 20 questions to guess what it is.
Love life. Now, is the problem animal, vegetable, or mineral?
The problem is that some guy broke up with her, and I got like 12 questions left to figure out why.
Phyllis, this is Buddy we're talking about, right? 12 questions. Wait a minute. I have an idea. Oh, no, it's too crazy.
Go ahead, ask. Yeah, come on, I don't have any ideas.
Has this anything to do with the fact that Buddy is a gambler? Is he? Oh, no, it's too ridiculous.
Oh, come on, Harriet.
Hasn't he been losing ever since he's been going with you? Well, there's...
Wait, hold it. I got it. He broke up with you because he thinks you're a jinx.
That's it.
15 questions! Hey, I'll tell you what, let's pause for the celebration. Let's go downstairs and get a drink.
It's so much fun. Can we play this every time you get dumped?